drills the three.
Time's not going to wait for the Warriors. The league's not stopping for us.
I think everybody thinks it's kind of the end of us. That's just not smart. We're not done yet. We'll be back.
And our next guest, three-time All-Star 2017 NBA Defensive Player of the Year, three-time champ, Mr. Draymond Green, joining us on behalf of Subway. I hope you're doing well today. First question for you. We are going to talk some ball, but we've been talking a lot about the COVID-19 vaccination. What are your plans as far as getting the vaccine?
My plans on getting the vaccine. I've kind of gone through the whole song and dance just like everyone else. So do I get the vaccine? Do I not get the vaccine? You kind of hear all the negative things about it. You got your group of people who hear the positive, who's speaking the positives about it, and just kind of trying to figure that out. Quite frankly, right now, I am not eligible, so I think, as I continue to, learn more, which I think the most important thing has been for me is just educating myself on this vaccine. What does the vaccine do? Is it just like any other vaccine, or is it not? So I've just been trying to educate myself on it, and being that I am not in a window of, or I'm not in a position, I don't fit the qualifications to even get the vaccine yet. I haven't felt like that's a decision I needed to make yet. I've just been educating myself on the vaccine.
Yeah, have to totally agree. Education is key when it comes to making that personal decision. But I'm really excited to talk to Day Draymond Green, because most people don't know that Day and I go way back. I think it was World University Games when you were probably playing tight end for Michigan State then too. I don't know if it was that
Times have changed.
It's definitely that
Times
far
have fully
back.
changed.
World University Games. What was that? I think, that was after my junior year of college. So 2017, maybe? No, I mean, not 2017. I'm sorry. 2011.
Yeah, a little too recent.
11, somewhere in between there, after 2010, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But we became fast friends then. And ever since then, I've been really proud of you because, going to Stanford, being in the Bay and seeing you just grind your way all the way to the top of the league, being an important cog in that machine, making things go. It's been really great, Day. And now he's coming for all of our jobs here. Nobody's safe at ESPN, doing an excellent job on the broadcast, okay? But what I will ask you is that, we're coming off of NBA All-Star night. I'm so used to saying weekend, but we're coming off of NBA All-Star. Your boy, Steph Curry, had the shot going. He won the three-point contest, almost got MVP of the game for Team LeBron. What did you think of Steph's performance overall on that night?
I thought his performance on that night was very indicative of who Steph has shown he is this entire season. Starting off the season, there were so many questions about, Steph doesn't get the easy shots he used to get. He don't have all those guys out there with him anymore, and he can't do it. And, he's responded to all of those critics in a major way. I think the thing that bothers me most is people questioning his legacy at the beginning of this season. One season doesn't make a legacy, nor does one game make a legacy. And we see that a lot of times when you start talking about the greats like Steph, LeBron James, and people trying to hang their legacy off, on one season or one game. And I think it's the most ridiculous thing ever. It goes to show how few legacies there truly are and why people don't understand what a legacy really is. And so the way he showed up and showed out on Sunday night at All-Star Sunday in Atlanta, winning the three-point contest in the fashion that he did, going out there and kind of jump-starting, the All-Star game, getting the energy in there. That's who Steph is, though. He brings the energy to the gym. And so I thought it was amazing. And like I said, it was very indicative of what Steph Curry is showing and saying to the world this year.
All right, so a little bit of momentum heading into the second half of the season. Now the Warriors half a game out of a playoff spot. How confident are you that you will be able to make the playoffs when it's all said and done?
Very confident. I know what the ceiling of this team is. Very young team, but we continue to grow. I think this team has shown at times that we're much better than 19 and 18. And there's been several games now where I think we've kind of let get away from us. And that's usually the indication of a young, inexperienced team. now you coming out of the second half, rookies are no longer allowed to be rookies. So, we have a stud in James Wiseman where, you get those rookie mistakes in the first half and everybody's like, oh, okay. Not so much in the second half. It's time to turn it up and make that playoff push and continue to get better and understand what it's going to take to win in the playoffs once you reach the playoffs. And so I think, this team is nowhere near the ceiling of what this team could end up being. And I'm looking forward to coming out of this break rolling and continuing to grow with the guys.
And you talk about the West because it is stacked. I mean, the Utah Jazz with the best record. Phoenix has snuck their way to number 2. You've got the 2 LA teams, too. And then you still got Denver, who got a lot of experience last year in the bubble. The West is loaded again this season. Which team do you really think is the team to beat right now out there?
Well, the team to beat is the Los Angeles Lakers. They're defending champions. I know, we live in this, social media day and age where, a team lose 2 or 3 games in a row and we want to write them off. That's the topic of discussion. Can they do it again? They're the team to beat, and they will be the team. I don't, no disrespect to Utah, but they can win 40 games in a row. You're not the team to beat until you're the champion. And the Lakers are the defending champion. That's no disrespect to, like I said, Utah. That's no disrespect to Brooklyn or whoever else. I think there are a lot of good teams, very good teams, including those 2 teams I just named. But the Lakers are the defending champions, so they're the team to beat until someone can dethrone them.
Well, let's talk about Brooklyn because they are the hot team in the East, and our very own Max Kellerman said the Big Three are the greatest offense in the history of basketball. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I think, when you look at those 3 guys, Kyrie, who's probably one of the shiftiest players we've ever seen in the NBA, one of the best handlers we've ever seen, and one of the best finishers we've ever seen around the rim. I would love to say he's one of the best finishers for a guy under 6'3", or, whatever stats we all come up with, these crazy stats. But the reality is Kyrie Irving is one of the best finishers around the rim ever. And then you got, KD, who, I've had the pleasure of playing with for a few years, best scorer I've ever seen. And James Harden, who's scoring at a clip like we've never seen in the NBA before over the last 5-6 years. When you stack up those 3 guys, that's a lot of offense. And they're showing that it can work. Now, granted, we've only seen, KD with those 2 guys once or twice. But it looked dang good when he was out there. So are they the best offense, to ever suit up and play together? I don't know. I think that's a very subjective thing that, I'll let everyone else discuss. What I do know is those 3 guys, they're good as scorers as anybody in our league today. Individually,
and
by the way.
And what you do also know is you've got 3 rings.
Yeah, we know this.
No, you're right. Individually, and their talent's better than most. Okay, I'm gonna say it for you. Okay, Draymond. Now, one thing I love is that you are outspoken, not only on the court but also off the court, and that's trickled down to Twitter. I see what you're doing on the Twitter sphere, and you mentioned Kyrie Irving being, really shifty, right? And you also saluted LaMelo Ball. You said he was a problem. Obviously, I sort of have him already as Rookie of the Year for what he's been able to do. But what kind of problem is LaMelo for his opponents, especially in the East, transitioning to the NBA so well?
His transition, I must be completely honest. My mom and I talk basketball all the time, and
love your mom, by the way.
She loved you, by the way. I hadn't had a chance to really see LaMelo play much. Obviously, he was in Australia. He was in high school. I'm not really one to follow a ton of high school kids unless I personally know them or they're going to Michigan State. So I didn't really see LaMelo play a lot. And my mom would call me early in the year like, LaMelo good. And I'm like, oh, man, he putting up stats. But a lot of people put up stats. I'm not sure I believe the stats, and I hadn't really watched him play. And as I've watched him play, my goodness, I text my mom not long ago. I said, Mom, you was right. LaMelo is a problem. He's a problem, man. But I love his game. He's super fast, which I had no clue he's fast and downhill like that. He's extremely smart. And, he don't even know how to play the NBA game yet. He just out there playing, he like a little kid in the candy store, just out there playing, having fun. But he's very smart. He passed the ball with the best of them already. And you know, he's 6'7". He has incredible size. I think Charlotte, you know, MJ got this one right. And you know, I think that's, you know, that kid is going to be a stud. You know, you speaking rookie of the year. You know, I love Melo's game and what he's doing. You know, me, I'm riding with mine to the death, so I got to roll with James. And I think as James get back out there over the course of this next half of the season, you know, he'll get back to the top of that rookie ladder like he was at the beginning. But no, LaMelo is a problem. Ant-Man as well. You know, those three right there, Ant-Man, LaMelo, and James, it's going to be a hell of a class as these guys continue to get their career rolling.
You know what else might be a problem when Klay Thompson returns? Your Splash brother. How confident are you the Warriors can win another chip once he gets back on the court?
Very confident. You know, it still hasn't truly been proven that, you know, a streak can be beat, you know, in a 7-game series where
it has not.
You know, we all play, and you know, we're not 22 and 23 and 24 years old. That hasn't been proven yet. So I'm looking forward to that. Obviously, we missed Klay. You know, everybody missed the shooting, but what he just brings on the court as far as his tenacity, you know, just the attitude that he brings. One of the toughest guys I've ever played with. You know, we all talk about light-skinned guys, and you know, Drake has kind of made the light-skinned guy thing, you know, where the lover boy and all of that stuff. And so you just, Drake is such an icon that we associate all light-skinned guys with the lover boy stuff that Drake be talking
but I'm
about. And you know, like, light-skinned, but I'm still, I can't say that, but you know, one of the toughest guys I've ever been around, you know, and I'm looking forward to having him back out there on the court next to us.
Okay, Draymond, you partnered with Subway. You have a sub named after you now, the Draymond sub. I want to hear about it. What's in it?
It's steak, it's provolone, and it's Southwest Chipotle sauce. You know, so I love the sub.